Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Balance of Opinion Sports Podcast, which you guys hosting most of the man of the plan, Yawa, King, ECG, and my famo,
It's your boy Navinci, starve the ego, feed the soul.
and the Buffalo Kid.
It's your
Hey,
boy Sly, man. 716. What up?
And today, we got some juicy topics. I think the first one might be okay, but it heats up after that today. So, Sly, what's the first one? Dynasty or Parody? Now, I don't know about you guys, but the last 7 years, there hasn't really been, we'll say, a dynasty anymore. The last 7 years in the NBA, there's been a different champion every year. Now, the CBA, which we'll dive into on another day, is affecting from here on out how teams are going to conduct themselves. You know, you see teams like Boston having a fire sale because they don't want to go into the second or third apron because they're paying Jaylen Brown and Tatum pretty much like, almost 50% of their cap. You know, you see teams like the Milwaukee Bucks waiving Dame and stretching, which is a new thing that's in the CBA, and stretching out his pay to allow them to have some capital or some flexibility financially for them to get certain pieces to put around Giannis. Me, I'm a dynasty guy. You know, I hate to be that guy that's like, yeah, man, you know, Jordan's three-peat, that was awesome. I prefer that over what's going on now. I'm not saying that what's going on now isn't exciting. I just don't know where it's gonna go. I mean, it gives small market teams a better opportunity because of the new CBA, you know, them being able to retain their talent and give them, you know, super maxes, right? I mean, even the free agency this year, was it as exciting as it's been over the last 20 years? Not really.
oh,
People were already
you don't
sold
think it was
up.
like? You don't think it was exciting? I thought it was
Yeah,
very
I was saying,
exciting.
I thought it
That
was
was one of the
intriguing.
most exciting ones.
Yeah, they shook
Uh,
some shit.
I mean, yet again, you go, we just, I don't
Yeah, you
know.
were
I mean,
saying that you don't think it was exciting the off
no, it
season.
wasn't. I mean, you know, you go from LeBron James's decision and all the
Oh, come
years
on,
after that. No,
bro.
no, listen. No. I'm saying
Right,
you
you
go.
went back like 20.
Well, I'm just being fair. Like we go there, right? I'm not using that, but I'm just saying everything with free agency at that time was like, you know, a big spectacle. Like, you know what I mean? People were at the edge of their seat to see what was going on.
So were
Now,
we, bro. We
hold
were
on, but
excited for when it comes up.
no, but now the headlines and stuff are usually happening during the season for trades. It's not like, do you know what I mean? Like a lot of these players are
Mhm.
sewn up. Like Devin Booker got paid the same day of free agency, an extension. You know, like the superstars are kind of staying put where they're at because of the new CBA. They're getting offered more money. There's not a shocker trade value going on at the time of free agency. What's happening is people.
KD. You got the
Yeah,
KD shit was huge. You got
yeah,
Dame Lillard getting released was huge. And
yeah.
even then, I think what's looming over everything is Giannis' situation, which is just that's like monumental, low key. I feel like this free agency, the NBA, they do such a good job of like controlling media. Like they always talk like I feel like we talk about the NBA more than the NFL, but the NFL is still the king. Like some is something there because we talk about the NBA so much. Like the NBA is always getting talked about, but the NFL is still the ratings king, which I don't I've been thinking that was weird for a while. But I mean, just at any rate, I just feel like it's been they do a good job to me of keeping the NBA in our conversation. I feel like this offseason has been one of the more I feel like last year was a little quiet. I feel like this year's like they keeping us interested, even with little stupid stuff like this whole LeBron thing. Even though to me that's just, but
Yeah,
it's
I'm
still
over it.
yeah,
You
it's
know what I mean?
annoying,
It's
but
too
it's
much.
keeping the conversation going about the NBA while games ain't being played, which is obviously the goal. So I'm gonna disagree with you on that. I feel like this offseason is been lit, and I feel like they always hold something over our heads. Like, is LeBron gonna get traded? Where's Giannis gonna go? Like, it's always
Hmm.
like just something. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which is from a business perspective and a marketing perspective. I mean, that's what you want to do.
I mean, what do you think, Da Vinci?
I thought. Listen, I thought the off season was there was a lot of moves going on. You remember every single day we're in the group chat. Yeah, like oh this guy's moving, this guy's
Word.
moving. So I thought it was exciting. Like he said, KD was a big name. Certain people got paid that deserve it. But I also the thing where we go back to the dynasty thing here is there's a lot of players getting money that they don't deserve that type of money. That's crazy. So let me bring you guys back. Do you guys think Jalen Brown actually deserved at that time to be the highest paid player in
See,
the league?
here's the problem
Mm,
with that, right?
no.
And yet again, sorry, people, I'm rubbing the hell out of my eyes. My allergies are going crazy. I'm not stoned. I'm actually having a allergic reaction to something. Jaylen Brown got that money because of the new CBA that states that if you make NBA All Star selection, or not selection,
All NBA.
All NBA, sorry people, fried right now. Well, All NBA, one of those lists, you get the Supermax. Which yet again, right, like we're gonna have to dive into the CBA and see what's going on with that in the sense of people that, you know, are getting into the All Star selection or the All NBA selection due to people being injured, the amount of games being played. Do you know what I mean? And this is how they're getting their money now. I feel like if you don't make a first team, you don't deserve a Supermax. Now, if you want to argue with that, cool. But for me, it's like, hey, you know, you need to make one, not two. Two and three, you know, you should be able to get some money. But I don't think you deserve the Supermax. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think a lot of times it's timing. Like if you up for a contract at a certain time and you know what I'm saying, the NBA renews their TV deals and there's more money to give away, then you just gonna get a lot of money. That's how it goes. Sometimes in about who the best player, it's really about timing. So that I kind of chalk that up to just timing, and really a big part of it is staying with the team that drafted you, because that's how you get the Supermax. So
Yeah, but
I don't know.
you look at Luka. Luka got traded.
That guy don't deserve to get paid because you know what I mean. You get what you negotiate at the end of the day, and I always like to see them guys get their money. I enjoy seeing them play, especially because predominantly they're black men. So I love to see them dudes get paid. What I do like that, it's just so much going on behind the scenes, and it kind of ultimately it does shape the game and shapes the NBA in such a way where it's, as us as consumers, we like, what the hell is going on? So it's weird, but I don't know. I try not to focus on the business part of it so much, just because you know it's so just beyond. I'd rather just kind of focus on the play. But as far as the dynasty shit goes, like this kind of like a good question. I feel like I fall on the side. I prefer the parody more, and I feel like I'm in a minority on that end. But I do kind of like not knowing. Like I like going into the season, like man, who gonna take it this year? I do prefer that though. Like I enjoy watching dynasties too, but my preference is going in like, damn, who gonna take it this year? Like I like seeing, you know, throughout the league, different teams, like everybody got a chance. Like I couldn't stand when the Warriors had KD. Like it was like, bro, what am I? You know what I'm saying? It's like a spoiler. It's like somebody spoiled the movie for you. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you going to watch this movie, but you know how it's going to end because somebody already spoiled it. Like that's how I felt when KD was Warriors. So, and even with the Brown with the Heat too, it's kind of the same. It was like I'm cool on this. Like I like.
But hold on though. So what about the Spurs? The Spurs were a dynasty. What about the Lakers?
What it was we knew that the Heat was going to be in the finals. It wasn't that we didn't know. We knew the Spurs was going to be there to give them a run, but we knew the Heat was going. We knew they was going to run through the East. Like we just knew it. Like it was just a matter of, is it going to be the Spurs or is it going to be the Thunder? Like you know what I'm saying? And it was I just wasn't jacking it. Like you know what I'm saying? And you know LeBron's my guy, but I prefer we could be the.
Well, I feel you, but they still consider like the Spurs run with Tim Duncan, Robinson, Ginobili, and Parker. They consider that to be a dynasty. Like, that's what I'm talking about, right? Like they don't have to do three-peats, but you know, okay, they're the creme de la creme right now, and it's possible that they could get out of a 5-year span 3 rings.
Yeah, to me, all of that. Listen, that's the golden era. For me, that's my golden era. But I still prefer the parody. Like I prefer going into it. Like it's just at a element of just, you know, surprise. I guess if you want to say, it's like we're gonna really watch every game to see who has disadvantage. Like you really locked in. It's not okay. We know it's gonna be these 2 teams. We just watching these 2 teams' journey. No, we watching everybody fight to see who's gonna last in the end of the season, and I prefer that.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to say that that's kind of what happened here with this year.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Like to believe that, because at the end of the day, I don't think anybody was expecting the Pacers to make the finals. OKC now, that's a different story. I believe that
we know.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we knew. You're right about Indiana. As a basketball fan, that was refreshing. It's very refreshing to see a team come out there and we didn't expect. And, but I think we all had it in our mind that OKC, from what they shown last year, that
should be the finals.
They're gonna build. Yeah,
but I think a lot of people thought the Celtics. Like I had the Celtics winning it, and
same here. You know what I mean? I can't even front.
I was happy when they got knocked off. I'm like, hell yeah. Like, this is what I like to see. I like seeing,
Well,
first of all,
Yeah.
I love seeing the Celtics lose, A.
Yeah, hey, yo,
and it was your Knicks, so don't act. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Stop it.
Word. That's where I was going next. Honestly, I'd rather see the Celtics lose than the Knicks win. As bad as that sounds
Oh.
crazy, but and then let alone the Knicks to beat them. Like that's a double whammy.
Oh,
But I
oh,
just
yeah.
like to see the big dogs get knocked off. Like I like seeing that. Like you know what I'm saying. And it's like now it's getting to be. And you know the Celtics was building like a big bully type team, and to see that team
Mhm.
just be like, nah, no, it's over. Like y'all got to face injuries, and
Yeah.
teams ain't scared of y'all. Like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That shit was beautiful to me.
So next year, if OKC goes back and wins again, that'll be better. It will be very refreshing because in the time we're at right now, like we're saying, like we're discussing, right? There's no back to back. So
Yeah,
if they
there's no
do win,
dynasties anymore. The last
That's
7
one.
years, there's been 7 different champions,
If they
which
win
I
it
don't
back
have a
to back,
problem with.
that's super impressive, yo.
yeah,
Because that's not the NBA ain't built to make dynasties no more. So if you can still win back to back in these type of day and age,
yeah.
that's super impressive. Yo, I'm at the point where I think Shea is in conversations. I'm looking at Shea differently. Just look back and really think about what he did last year, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Sly.
Shay's in a whole nother stratosphere now, and it's actually flying under the radar, which is criminal. Like
Thank you.
Well, it's
he
not
did some
flying underneath
amazing
the.
shit.
I wouldn't say
Oh,
it's
it
flying
is.
underneath the radar, but
It is.
you remember the whole face of the league conversation that we have and everybody likes to have? Well, the last almost 7 years, the face of the league has never been an American player. European, Canadian.
I disagree.
Well,
I think the
Uh,
face of the league
Luca,
is
hold
still.
on, Luca, Giannis, Joker, and we've got and Shea right now.
Yeah, I think they won the chip, but I want to say that it was the face of the
Yeah,
league.
I disagree with that. I think for the last years that you said, it is between Steph Curry and LeBron James. I'm sorry. I don't think anyone.
That's the old guard though.
No.
But I hate this. They shouldn't be, but they're still the guys in every
Yeah.
conversation. They still
Of,
the
no,
dudes
of
that
course. But
show.
when I'm bringing those guys up, I'm talking about the guys that, like, when you bring them up, nobody's going, what we talk about? No, nobody's really doing that. They go, oh, you know what? That's possible. Yeah. Giannis, okay, I can see. Joker, okay, yeah, Luca, do you know what I mean? Like, I forgot which podcast I was
good,
watching their
but
clip.
it's
they
good.
were saying, they're like, yeah, like, the fact that these guys are not American born, and it's hard. It's not hard, but it's just kind of, it's pressing to find somebody that is American born that's like, yeah, I'm that guy. Aside from LeBron James. Like, I mean, yes, Ant-Man is like that, but Ant-Man, yet again, doesn't want to be the face of the league. He's just like, hey, I just want to hoop.
I don't think nobody wants to be the face of the league no more. Like, I think that's something that's not even, it's not something that's like people like, oh, I need to be the, like, it's not, I don't think that's what players is wanting no more. And honestly, I think that's why nobody's like snatched that title ultimately. I just think they don't want that shit. And I understand. I can dig it. Like who want to just have niggas hating on you for just days on end.
For being good.
Right, exactly.
That's gonna be the trend of this podcast.
Word.
How long do we go? Watch.
Shay's a perfect example.
Yes.
Shay just went and did some amazing shit, bro. And niggas is finding ways to discredit him. They just find it. Yeah. Oh, he's a foul baiter and this and that. Yeah. Damn, he did just win league MVP and finals MVP.
No, he won league MVP, Western Conference MVP, and then finals MVP. The first ever.
And niggas finding negative shit to say just cause, like, but he's a foul baiter. But okay, like, what the fuck is it? What is even a foul baiter? Like,
what exactly? Like, it's like. And the thing is, bro, it's the narrative is going to all these people. It's like all these people don't understand the game, have no knowledge of the game, and they're just getting it and they're running with it.
Word,
right?
Yeah.
They're just running with it, and everybody else is piggybacking on it. Like you guys are ridiculous, bro. For everyone.
Weird. It's weird, man. They don't know how to just celebrate people. They gotta balance the hate. The hate gotta be equal to the love, no matter what you do. That's just weird. That's why that might be why we get parody, because nobody want to be the face of the league and nobody want to just be the guy. So we're gonna have 10 guys, and maybe that's
so the parody is actually tied in with the face of the league right now, because
think
I
so.
think we don't have one face of the league, we have multiple face of the league,
Mm-hmm.
which is good. It's good for the sport. We
Hell
have
yeah.
multiple face of the league right now.
What
Look,
about this though? I got one. I got something that could be. So usually we have a person that's the face of the league. What if, since we using narratives is basically overpowering everything? What if instead of having the face of the league, the narrative becomes the main topic of the NBA, which is foreign-born players versus American-born players? And I can be that. I can see that being the new thing, because I feel like we talk about that so much that that's gonna be it. Like, it's the foreign born players better than American players, and that's the narrative that pushes the NBA story, instead of like Jordan, Magic,
Hmm.
Bird, LeBron, Shaq, Kobe. Now it's foreign versus American, and it's just
Yeah.
That's more than fair. That's literally where we're going at. But
yeah, I can see that.
So with that, let me piggyback on that. If you're gonna say that, let's just make it real spicy. Let's make the next All-Star game coming up
It's coming.
and guess what? I'm pretty sure these fellas are gonna play. Ain't
Yeah.
nobody gonna be fooling around.
Word. Especially the listen, the foreign born players, bro. They are. Did y'all watch the Netflix special about the Olympics?
Yes.
I
feel like,
was gonna watch it. I kind of put it to the side.
listen, it's amazing. You know? It's absolutely amazing, and I feel like that's what led me to think that might be the case, because they really made Wemby seem like the boogeyman. Like
Yeah.
he's coming for y'all. Like, they made
Mhm.
Wemby, and that French team, like, they showed just how their camaraderie, and I feel like they was trying to show, like, listen, these dudes is coming. Like, that was the overall message of the whole special. It was mad good, and I'm like, damn, son, like, that was so interesting. Like, what if that's the
Yeah.
transition out of Durant, Curry, LeBron into foreign versus America, like the takeover of the foreign players of the NBA? And it's like, damn, what if that's an interesting storyline?
Well,
Yeah. It
that
was good
is-
because sorry, King. Kevin Durant, that's my guy, but I'm beefing with him right now. I'm really beefing with him. But he was a menace on that on that documentary.
Yeah.
Go ahead, King.
So the whole premise, I think, of the USA against foreign players weren't really touted in the golden era of the NBA. Like, they were there, but like you were saying, Sly, it was the Magic, the Bird, the Kobe. Like, Sabonis didn't really get his kudos at that time. He's getting his kudos now. You know what I mean? Foreign-born players weren't really talked about heavily in that era. They're talked about more now. And, the Dream Team is an example of that, right? When they sent all the NBA players out there and they whooped up on everybody, all of a sudden, everybody else now started upping their game. That's why it's like, last year, even for the Olympics, it was like, yeah, Team USA is supposed to dominate, but there was a few countries where it was like, whoa, who's this guy? Who's that guy? Do you know what I mean? You're starting to see that the world is catching up to American basketball. You know what I mean? They are training. They are preparing themselves for that next step. So, yeah, it's possible that there's going to be 10 players that are, quote-unquote, the faces of the league, and the parody is going to continue. And dynasties are going to be a thing of the past, because the CBA is killing teams for having these players with these high pay, with their salaries being so high. So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't doubt it one bit. It would not surprise me.
Yeah, foreign players, man, evolution, man. And guess what? Back then, foreign players was mostly, they were great shooters. That was it. Like, that was main part of the game. They're great shooters. They understand the game of fundamental. But now the evolution of foreign players is insane. Like, they have absolutely take the American game and combine it with theirs. And you can see, like, look, people like Luca, all these guys step back, Jokic in the post. It's crazy.
Yeah. I feel like they've been cooking this up for a while. They've been making the game more European friendly, like making it more about shooting and spacing and all these things that favor the foreign born players over the traditional athletes that America produces. So I don't know, man. I think this is something that they've been cooking up, and I think it's gonna be interesting to see if the American guys be like, nah, this our shit and y'all can't have it. And I do think it's a couple guys that got that mentality, i.e. Ant-Man.
Yeah.
I feel like Ant-Man gonna be on some, you know what I mean, the savior type shit.
For sure. All right, man. Let's get into the next joint here, man. Let's get into the next.